Neal, I know that it's you wanted enough time to be able to address a crew like this so that you could be comfortable in doing so. Maybe just if you could share your thoughts over the last almost couple of weeks, I guess it is now.
Yeah, it's not even. It still doesn't feel real. You just wake up every day hoping that it was a bad dream, and the mornings have been the hardest. So getting through the mornings and then coming to the rink has honestly been good. It's been a good distraction. So it's been a whirlwind the last 10 days, and yeah, like I said, coming to the rink and being around the guys has been good.
I don't know how it feels to you personally, but eyeball test since this happened, it almost seems like you're playing your best hockey right now. Do you feel that as well?
Yeah, I think I've been playing pretty good. Like I said, it's hard to think about the game or even post game because I go home and all I think about is him, and all I think about is his family. I sit on the couch. That's all I think about. I try to text friends, call friends, and I don't even think about the game really when I go home. So maybe that's for the best. Think less and just play.
I know you've leaned heavily on family, leaned heavily on teammates, and I'm not trying to be too invasive here, but have you leaned on professionals? Because obviously this is something that you're dealing with pretty intensely.
Yeah, I've worked with the team psychologist here, so I'll continue to work with them, and it's been helpful because you don't prepare for anything like this. You lose one of your best friends, and so suddenly, so tragically, you got to find somebody to talk to. So he's been helping.
Seen some really touching moments, like on the bench after you scored that wrist shot. Um, what has the hockey community been able to do to show up for you at this time?
Yeah, it's crazy. That was no coincidence. His mom asked me to speak, and I couldn't have been more honored. So you go to speak something like that, and then you come back to a game and score a goal. There's no coincidence in that. I don't score that often, and he would always make fun of me. He would always say, "OMG, it's such a lucky goal" after I scored. So it's little stuff. Everything I do, everything on a day-to-day basis, I think of him, and I'm sure I've told a ton of stories, and I thank my teammates for letting me tell those stories. 'Cause I'm sure I've repeated a bunch of them, but they've been great.
Neil, first of all, condolences. And second, I'm just wondering, in what tangible ways do you honor Adam's memory in the flow of a game, like in your equipment, in your locker, just remembrances of him?
Nothing, nothing in a physical form, but like I said, it's everything on the ice. Whether it's the way he tied his skates, the way he skated. I remember the first morning skate against the Rangers. I started tearing up and started crying because I shot a puck into the net. And on the first summer skate of every year, he would shoot a puck into the net, come up to me, shoulder me, and say, "I still got it, hey." So it's little stuff like that. It makes me laugh, but it also gets you sad and emotional too. So that's been the challenge of it. Every little thing I do, the way I tape my stick, he used to make fun of that. So when I'm taking my stick, I can just hear him scoffing at me. He's doing stuff like that. It's everything I do. I'll always think of him and always think of his family.
How did you and Adam become so close, Neil?
We first met on the Minnesota High School Elite League team, and then from there we played 2 years of junior, and then played 2 years of college together, and then through college we lived together, and then after college we lived together for another 4 years. Every summer, skate, train, work out together. I would go to his hometown every summer, at least twice a summer. Stayed with his parents, all that sort of stuff. So we became pretty close that way.
Sounds like visiting his family. That's probably going to be something you'll continue from year to year, then, right?
Yeah, certainly. They're going through a lot, and they've been real strong through the whole thing. I can't even imagine like what I feel. They're probably feeling times 10. So it'll be important for me to stay in touch with them. And like I said, he was like a brother to me. He was a groomsman at my wedding, and I know he had plans for me to be in his wedding, and that was going to be upcoming. So again, like family, and I'll treat them like family the rest of my life.
What did it feel like to have the organization kind of charter a flight back to Minnesota and give you those days off to kind of go back there and do that? Like, what does that mean for a player?
Forever grateful. I can't even put that into words. It's like, we would have gone there. We would have gotten there regardless, but we would only spend, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours there with the charter, and I can't thank Mark Chipman enough. We got to spend over 24 hours there. So the fact that there was zero hesitation, he basically said, whatever you need, whenever you need it, it's there, boom. And I was overwhelmed, and it was greatly appreciated.